Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. This is another STAMPtember exclusive from Simon Says Stamp, and today we're celebrating Pink and Main, and I have got an adorable set of gift tag ornaments to share with you. If you guys have been here a while, you know that one of my very favorite things to create is gift tags. They're probably one of my most popular video kind of content here on my channel, and I knew when I saw this set that I had to create some gift tags. And yes, for everyone who has been asking, this is my favorite set of STAMPtember. Now, that doesn't mean that it might be your favorite set. This is just my favorite set, and the reason is I've really been into hot cocoa things lately, and marshmallow snowmen, yes, please. I just thought this was a super cute stamp set, and very unique and absolutely darling. So great job, Pink and Main. I love it. I decided that because I love it so much, I was going to create an all new set of gift tags. Now, I am going to keep my coloring a little bit slower today and not speed it up quite as much. I'm coloring with Copic markers. I've stamped my images from this stamp set, which I guess I should tell you the name. It's called Snow One Like You. I stamped these on some Nina 110-pound weight cardstock using Hero Arts Intensified black ink. The Copic markers I'm using are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Now, I have two different kinds of tags for you today, and they were very much influenced by the shape of the image. So I've got two images that are a little bigger, and then I've got two more individual marshmallow images. And so we're going to create two shakers and then two gift tags that embellish the front of a snowflake shape. And I had originally just going to do the snowflake, to be completely honest. I did mug shakers last year. They were completely die cut. You can check that out. It was a live last year, and I will link to that down in the description below in case you're interested. And so I thought, I don't want to create more mug shakers, but really it just kind of lent itself to that. So we're creating two completely different tags, but they do have a lot of the same elements. Let your images direct where you go with that. Something that I mentioned in one of my other STAMPtember videos this season, or this year, I want to incorporate products that are readily available. So if you love this stamp set, I would definitely jump on it. The exclusive limited edition collaborations do tend to sell out relatively quickly, especially when they're super cute. And so they won't be made available again. The other products that I'm using today, though, are things that have been out. In fact, nothing else I think that I'm using is new. Some of it's several years old. You may already have some of this stuff in your stash. And I really want to encourage you to think about what you have in your stash and let those items shine. Maybe you have something similar in your stash that you can use. Maybe you have some cute snowmen or Santa or any kind of Christmas image, and you could create something similar. It wouldn't have to be this set necessarily. I definitely want to, show you the coloring and all of that for my images, but it doesn't have to be this specific set. I really want this video to serve as inspiration when you get around to making your own tags or ornaments or whatever the case may be. When I make a gift tag, sometimes I go super simple, but if you are here, you know that I like to say I'm a little extra, which means I tend to go all out. When I'm making a gift tag, I generally like to go all out because I think of it almost as an extension of the gift, meaning that once the recipient opens their package, they can take that gift tag, hang it on their tree, or use it in some other sort of decoration. And so that is my goal when creating something like this. I actually have a little tree in my craft room that, don't tell anyone, is still up. I never took it down. Maybe it's just going to be year long. Maybe I should decorate it for Halloween. even though we're talking about Christmas right now, but it is September. Maybe I should just decorate it for Halloween and just go with it. But I love it. And something like this would be really cute on that. I do have a red and white tree. That's my main tree in my upstairs. And then I have a different tree downstairs. I think these would be cute on my red and white tree. So even though they're very pink, I don't know, guys, I can't believe I felt like doing pink, but when I saw this set, I knew I wanted my marshmallows to have that sugary pink feel. So everything you're going to see here is a lot of pink colors. You'll notice I just lightly color in the edges of my marshmallows, and then I blend out with a little lighter color, and then I take the colorless blender to just kind of mute that edge. The colorless blender is not a blender with the Copic markers. It blends, it doesn't blend. I'm saying it doesn't blend. It pushes, there's the word I was looking for, the ink out and around. So you have to be a little careful so it doesn't go escaping the dye line. However, I think it does work really nice. I like it to use it when I am coloring snow or other things. In this case, definitely the marshmallows, which I want to have that white undertone. I want them to kind of almost look like those pink marshmallows, which I think are disgusting. If truth be told, I think they're horrible. I don't like them, but the color is awesome. That's what I was going for with these. So I am simply just kind of making these sugary pink little snowmen. Something to keep in mind, especially with the color scheme that I did, Valentine's Day. Maybe you switch out the snowflake for, well, you could still use a snowflake if you wanted to. Even, you could probably use them a lot like this. Maybe take the candy canes and holly and berries out. Put some hearts in here. These would be cute for Valentine's Day too. Maybe you want to make like some little Valentines for your children's or grandchildren's or niece or nephews or neighbors, whatever the case may be. How cute would these be for Valentine's? I think they're just really, really cute. You could very easily kind of swap out some of the greetings. Maybe you have something lovey, Valentine's-y at home. I would for sure add in lots of heart things, and I think it would be really cute. To give my marshmallow snowman that sugary feeling, I'm really back to my Stardust glitter pen from Sakura. I've had it for years. In fact, I just ordered some more because I thought I don't want to run out. This is what I think to myself. This is why I used to have so much pattern paper. I would use it and then I'd instantly go buy more. So silly. But I don't want to run out of my favorite pens. So I did order another one because I think just adding the little bit of dots to the marshmallows gives them that sugary, marshmallowy kind of look. I did add detail to the mug. So one of the images has a mug, and that's really kind of what directed me to not put a mug image on a mug shaker because it would cover up the whole window anyway. I added some white lines to the top and the bottom of the mug to give it a little bit of decoration. I added lines to the scarves on my marshmallow snowmen because, as always, I like to decorate the accessories. And I'm going to do mostly stripes, I think, for one of these, the little marshmallow snowman couple. One of them will have some polka dots, I guess. And then, you know, I think maybe a couple of highlights here and there, but not a ton. Not a ton of white. I think mostly like on the top hats and maybe the Santa hat will have some highlights. For the snow along the ground, I am using a blue marker and then doing that same blending out technique with the colorless blender that I just that I'm doing right now with the marshmallows. We're going to do that with the snow along that bottom edge. So when we get to that, I'll kind of mention it again. I do want to let you guys know I did use the scan and cut. I did not have the coordinating dies for this. Just in case you ask or you notice that they may not die cut just like the coordinating die set, I did use the scan and cut. I did stamp and color and held my breath when running it through my scan and cut. I do stand right with my scan and cut when it's running. If you guys have one, you know, there's always a chance that it could pop up and the blade could cut right through your image, and mess it up. So I do try to stand right there. And that generally happens when the mat isn't quite as sticky. If you've had a silhouette or a Cricut, you know sometimes your mat doesn't get it loses its stickiness, I guess I should say. And so things can shift. Well, that's always the chance you take coloring your images first. But I decided to just go ahead and go for it, and it worked out. I've had lots and lots of questions about the scan and cut. I will link the one I've used down below. I am not that great with it, you guys. I literally only know how to stamp and die cut things. I know there's so much more that you can do with it. And there are lots of great YouTubers with content showing you how to use the machine. At some point, I will probably try to do like a very quick tutorial. This is how Nichol does it. But like I said, I know I don't even do a portion of all the things that the machine can do. If you are a Patreon member, I did do a video several months ago that is a Patreon exclusive. So definitely kind of scroll back and check, because I do have a video there. Little pink cheeks, they're so cute. To me, decorating the marshmallows with the Stardust glitter pen and then decorating the accessories like the scarves really just kind of takes these images up a notch. Let me know in the comments if you like not speeding up the coloring quite as much. It's always a gamble. I never know. First of all, I feel like I ramble. I've had lots of requests to please not add music, to please just keep the voiceover. And I feel silly sitting here breathing and not talking. So let me know if you like it this speed or if you like it sped up. Sometimes I speed it up just to kind of save time and make the video shorter, but I know a lot of you really like the coloring, and in this case, I was doing a lot of embellishing of the coloring with the pens and things, and so I thought it might be helpful to kind of keep it relatively slow. Don't you wish we could all color this fast? One more quick image, and then I will die cut all of these, and then we can start building the rest of the images. And I have really broken the video down today a little bit more step by step, I suppose. So we're coloring and die cutting the Pink and Main exclusive limited edition Snow One Like You first. Then we are going to color in the die cuts. I did die cut everything I'm using today from smooth white cardstock. I colored it in with Copic markers. I felt like it matched a little bit better. Then we're going to emboss and ink some panels, die cut those, and then we'll put it all together. And as we get to that, I'm going to talk about the different die sets that I pulled from my stash to work with this. And you might have something similar in your stash. So what I would look for is mug dies. It wouldn't have to be a shaker, any kind of mug die, snowflake dies, large snowflakes, basic shapes like circles. If you have some nesting circles, you can even make like your own ornament shakers. I have lots of videos here on my channel for that. Look for candy cane dies, holly dies, greenery dies, any kind of Christmas type of die cut that can just kind of help reinforce the theme that you're working with. So I call it shopping my stash, and I definitely shopped my stash and I changed my mind a zillion times. But I will kind of show you each of the sets as we get to it. All right, we're almost done. Now, the only thing I didn't totally love is that this snowflake stamps black that this marshmallow snowman is holding. So I did take my Stardust glitter pen, but I almost wish I would have taken the white pen, and I traced over it. So it made it a little sparkly, which I do think is cute. And of course I need to sparkle him up because I think it makes a huge, huge difference. But I did want to note that because that snowflake is solid and it's black, and I just didn't kind of like it. The image has lots of cute hearts and snowflakes, so you can do all kinds of fun things with this stamp set, building backgrounds, adding little accessories, embellishing, you know, snowflakes around greetings or things like that. I even thought some of the snowflakes would be cute stamped on the marshmallows that I'm going to die cut. I ended up not doing it, but I thought that might be a cute look as well. And everything I'm doing here, if you would rather make a card, you could very easily translate a lot of this stuff into your card making. So this is the mug from Fawn, which is going to be the base. It's the stitched mug frame. We're also going to use the outside in stitched mug. And the other set, which I know went kind of fast there, was the Hero Arts XL Hug in a Mug. This was from last year. It's probably one of my favorites. There are lots of candy canes in different die sets. This just happens to be my favorite candy cane, and so that's why I chose this set. There are marshmallows in the Hero Art set. I am not going to use those marshmallows. I'm actually going to use the Fawn marshmallows, but you can see I pulled from a lot of different sets. You definitely wouldn't have to. Now the greenery, like the little leaves and the berries, I'm not using the berries, I just die cut the leaves. That is from the Hero Arts set. So from Hero Arts, we're going to use the whip topping, the candy cane, and the greenery. From Fawn, we are using the mug frame, the mug backer, marshmallows, and then the snowflake frame. So this candy cane right here is from Hero Arts. I think while I was talking, I did very quickly take my ink blending brush and KITSCH Flamingo Distress Oxide ink, and I very lightly inked the edges of my die cut marshmallows so that they have that kind of sugary pink feel. I will tell you that I did my samples first, and that is how I picked my Copic markers for these stamped images. The candy canes, I did use a little bit brighter pink for the candy cane. I thought it blended nicely into the other colors I used. And the candy cane is a bright pink, red, the same red color combination. And then I just used some grays for the white areas. And then I took a white pen and added highlights to the candy cane, which I think is just what takes them up a notch. The frame, I did try to ink blend the frame. You definitely would not have to use your Copic markers. I'm using R35 and 46. You can see very quick coloring. I will tell you why I chose Copics. I did try to ink blend it first and I couldn't find the right color of red ink. I didn't like any of it. It didn't coordinate with my other elements very well. And so I thought, you know what? I've only made 2 of these tags. It doesn't take very long. And so I simply colored it in. It's only the front of the frame, it's nothing else. And it's only 2 colors. So that is why I chose to do it this way. You could use red cardstock. I know this. I guess I was being difficult and didn't want to. This is the Simon Says Stamp Snowflake Visions embossing folder. I have embossed this on 110-pound weight Nina Smooth White cardstock. I am ink blending with KITSCH Flamingo Distress Oxide ink from Tim Holtz. Very lightly, just kind of trying to keep the ink mostly on the raised part of the image. And this is going to be the backer. And I know that you're thinking, like in the mug, maybe you don't see it a lot, but I promise it adds such a beautiful decorative element to the back. This is one of the things I did first before I did a lot of the other stuff. When I was testing this sample, I love it. So I am die cutting the backer and the snowflake from those panels. And it really just adds the perfect little decorative touch. It's so much more interesting than solid cardstock. I tried pattern paper, I tried ink blending, and ultimately I liked this the best. On the back of my mug, and you guys, I realize I am stamping on the wrong side of the mug because this is going on the back, so I did have to restamp it. I'm not going to do that on camera. I am stamping another greeting from the Snow One Like You Pink and Mane limited edition exclusive. And then I'm stamping the heart with the snowflake, which is my favorite heart in this set. I love it so much. With cherry ink from Simon Says Stamp. And this is just a great little way to personalize the back of the tags. I'm not doing a ton of other things. If you've got to and from greetings in other stamp sets, you could add this here if you want to. I did not. I don't think you have to. You can definitely write who it's to or who it's from down below, or even add the year or something like that if you want. But we are simply adding a little touch to the back. It's not a lot. So I did that for the snowflakes and for the mugs. Now on the front of my gift tags, they're all going to be a little different. I picked 4 different greetings. We're going to start with the mug, which I stamped Warm and Toasty Wishes with the cherry ink right on the mug. For the other snowflake tag with the 2 marshmallow snowmen, I'm going to stamp the greeting right above it. It did stamp fine even with the embossing. And for the shakers, I'm going to switch to Stazon white ink, and I am going to stamp my greetings on there with white Stazon. One of them I will stamp Snow One Sweeter. Isn't that cute? I love the little punny plays on words. And there is Snow One Like You, which is the name of the stamp set, is what I'll stamp on the other one. And I'm playing around with all the elements. Literally, I think I could make mug shaker tags forever. And for everyone wanting fall shakers, I hear you. I will see what I can come up with probably in October. I can't promise it will be here in September, but I do have that written down because it has been requested multiple times. Okay, so I think we have everything ready to go. Oh, I guess I have one more acetate tag to stamp. Once we have everything, we can start putting it all together. And because there's 2 distinctly different tags, I'm going to mostly just put like one of each style together on camera and kind of talk about that. For my shakers, I will say instead of foam tape, I did I did die cut the mug frame 5 times each from white cardstock, and I'm stacking them one on top of another. This does give you a much cleaner edge than foam tape. It maybe is a little easier. It does take quite a bit more cardstock this way, and I wanted to make sure I let you guys know that. I am attaching my little snow people, marshmallow snow people here. I did add candy canes to all of the tags because I thought that it was just such a fun look. I like the candy canes. I like the little holly and berries. I like the little addition of extra marshmallows. The only tag I didn't add marshmallows to is this one, and it's because I couldn't find a good place to put them. I just didn't feel like they fit anywhere on this tag, so a couple of my tags got an extra marshmallow because I die cut 2 of the marshmallows from the Lawn Fawn set for each tag, and I couldn't find a good spot for them on this guy, so I went without. And guess what? There's our heart. Every single tag is going to have a little red heart because we need it. And then instead of die cutting the berries from the Hero Arts set, I'm using my favorite Pretty Pink Posh berries. Pearls. Sorry, you guys. Too many videos. Pretty Pink Posh pearls, which gives a great dimensional embellishment. Anything of dimension I can add, I really try to. And then I'm going to glue the backer on. I'm going to give you guys a hint though. If I were to make these again, I would be smarter and I would glue these back to back first. Put something heavy on top. Acrylic blocks are always good. And then embellish. But I was so eager to embellish it, I forgot. So it made it a little harder to get it to stick together, but we got it done. I could probably have also used like a thin 1/8 inch double-sided tape, but you know, next time. Oh, I guess I do put this one together on camera. The other thing I did, all of my Pink and Main images are popped up with foam adhesive. I'm using just the foam adhesive sheet to not put it down on my tag quite yet because that side is where I'm going to tuck my candy canes. makes it a little bit easier. I'm gluing the candy canes down just like that. I love how these marshmallows kind of look like he's taking a bath in the mug. I thought it was kind of cute. So fun. It's just a really, really cute, fun stamp set. If you have seen any of my cross stitch videos, which I know not everyone is interested in that, but I did cross stitch a piece for my hot cocoa bar for the holidays. And so I've really just been into the hot cocoa thing. And I think that's partly why I was so drawn to this set, is that I have really been enjoying that. I'm going to be stamping. I'm going to be cross stitching another one in October and November for my hot cocoa bar. And I love them. I think they're just really, really fun. So I think that's probably, I know when people were asking me what my favorite set was, or my favorite collab was, that I said I would explain why. And I really feel like it's just kind of a lot of different things. There are a lot of sets I really love, and I will be definitely saying in each of those videos, I love, love, love this one. Lawn Fawn was one that I really loved. It just worked well with a lot of their other images, and there's several more coming, and so I will let you know in those videos, but this was my favorite. And it's my favorite, but you guys all know that Tim's is coming, and Tim's is always amazing. So it's just, everyone has their own individual favorite, but I have a lot of favorites this year, but this was my all-time favorite. That's how I should put it. All right, we're going to put the shaker mugs together. And I forgot to say, I am what I'm calling, quote unquote, sugaring up my pink marshmallows with the Stardust glitter pen so it matches the marshmallows that we stamped and colored. And I love the addition of the individual die cut marshmallow images with these marshmallows, with the pink and Maine marshmallows. I think it's cute. There are all those layers. I did glue those together kind of off camera to save some time because that was boring. And then I just took the same backer for each of my tags that I stamped the wrong thing on, and I stamped it the right way. I'm using acrylic blocks to help hold everything flat, so you can see that my tag backer has Happy Winter stamped on both sides. And the pink snowflakes in the background for these shakers, you guys, I just love it. I love reinforcing that snowflake, snowy feel throughout the entire design. Okay, we are ready to put it all together. I do want to glue my candy canes into the whip topping. The whip topping, I forgot to mention, was die cut from white Pixie Dust Lawn Fawn glitter cardstock. Any white glittery cardstock would do here. I like the sugared whipped topping feeling of it. I think it kind of really matches what I was trying to achieve with the Stardust glitter pen. Gives a little additional texture. We are going to stick those candy canes through the whip topping, and all those images are from the Hero Arts Hug in a Mug set. And I'm going to leave the candy canes sticking down into the mug. It's almost like it's a see-through mug. It is a see-through mug. And so I'm going to leave those hanging down into the mug if they do. You could trim it off if you wanted to. And I'm going to then fill the shaker well with a combination of things. So I have, and literally everything is from my stash. I think this is some Pretty Pink Posh Sparkling Clear Snowflakes, some Trinity Stamps Winter Vanilla Sugar, I think, Snowflakes. And then there are some Trinity Stamps little XOXO, which I know is kind of Valentine's-y, but I thought it matched this, the look and the feel of this and the color. And I liked that it was something a little different. I added a few of those inside too. So that's another thing that if you wanted to make something similar for Valentine's Day, they would be really cute. Really, really cute. And then, of course, we will just kind of do the same thing for the second one. I'm going to glue the holly and berries up here kind of into the whip topping and into the candy, or next to the candy cane, and then add some glue and add some little red pearls, just like we did for the snowflake tags. These triangle trays from Simon Says Stamp are fantastic for containing all of your little loose embellishments so they don't go rolling around everywhere. And this is another design that would have benefited from me not embellishing it until I had secured it the front to the back. But that's okay. That's what our acrylic blocks are for. Now, if you have a hole punch, I think this is a crocodile hole punch I've had for years and years. Punch a little hole in the top of your snowflakes, kind of down a little ways. I think I will zoom out. I'm sorry, I'm zoomed in so close, and show you where the top of each of those is. And then I am going to pick some Fawn lawn trimmings twine there. You can see a little bit better maybe. Punched little holes. And that's a great little spot. You don't even really need to add a hole reinforcer. You totally could if you wanted to, but that way you can add some twine and make this a little hanging ornament. Now, the other idea, if you don't want to make that snowflake a hanging ornament, you could totally pop that on the front of your card. And I think it would be the perfect embellishment for a card. Oh my gosh, you guys, how cute is the shaker? I will kind of show you in real time all of the tags here. So here are the two finished shaker tags. I absolutely love them. I really want to keep them myself, but these are leaving, and by the time this airs, they have left and made their way to Ohio to Simon Says Stamp. And then these adorable snowflake tags. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for these marshmallow snowflake tags, gift tags, ornaments, whatever you want to call them, featuring the Pink and Main and Simon Says Stamp STAMPtember 2022 collaboration stamp set. The supplies I used to create my tags are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another video featuring STAMPtember products that you might be interested in. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon members. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you would like to become a member of Patreon, please click the link in the description below. We would love to see you over there as part of our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new card making video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.